Today I'm taking my Wuling out, and I want to take this opportunity to talk about the number of reasons why you should not buy the Wuling as your next car. All right, there are many reasons why you should not buy this car, period. All right, let's get into it.
Hey Peng, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. You know, giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So Peng, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
So Vietnamese car markets, there are a lot of options, a lot of choices, both petrol and electric. With electric, now you have VinFast, which is the dominant player. You have Wuling, and of course you have NG coming in with the Cyberster. And let me tell you, there are more electric car makers coming into Vietnam, mainly from China. And I think that's very exciting, and that's going to open up a lot of Vietnamese opportunities, because when these Chinese EV makers come to Vietnam, they don't just want to sell car here, but they actually set up manufacturing plant. They want to build the cars here for many different reasons, and one of which is they want to use Vietnam as a jumping board to export their cars globally. All right, I think that's very exciting. So today we're going to talk about Wuling and why Wuling may not be the right car for you, because there are some choices on the market, and of course there are much more choices if you're looking into petrol cars. But why should you not buy the Wuling? All right, let's start. So the very first reason why you should not buy the Wuling would be the distance you have to travel. All right, so if you have to regularly travel across different provinces, maybe doing over 100 kilometers a day, then the Wuling is not the right choice for you. We have range tested the Wuling, and I can tell you that a fully charged Wuling will give you about 100 kilometers of range. And if you need to do more than that in a day, this is not the right car for you. Plus, this car only supports slow charging. So when you run out of the electricity in your battery, then you have to plug it in, and because it's slow charging, so it will take you up to 9 hours or maybe longer to fully charge back up to 100%. So this will not be a very convenient car if you need to travel long distances. However, if your travels are mainly inside the city, short distances, then this car is absolutely perfect. And every night you go home, you plug it in, and just like how you use your Android phones or your iPhone, every time you go home you plug it in. Same with the Wuling, every time you drive the car home, you plug it in, and next morning you have your car at 100% and you're ready to go for another 100 kilometers. All right, but however, if you need to travel more than 100 kilometers, this is not the right car for you. Number two reason why you should not buy this car. This car gets a lot of attention. Every time I take this car out, the motorbikers, the pedestrians, they're all looking at me, because Wuling is still fairly new here in Vietnam, and the car is so fucking cute. Plus, my car is pink, all right? All the girls love my car. All the girls, when they see the car, they want to come up and talk to me. And if you hate attention, if you don't like that kind of attention, if you don't like girls looking at you, don't get this car, man. Do not get this car, because you're gonna get tons of hot girls coming up to you and asking you about this car and how much is it, and can they see the inside of the car, can they touch it, can I touch it, they say. And you know, if you don't like that, then don't get this car. Now the number three reason why you should not buy this car is its performance. All right, the performance of this vehicle, well, is shit, because we speed tested this car and it takes about over 40 seconds to get to 100 kilometers an hour. You see, people are looking at me. They're looking at me. They're looking at me and seeing what I'm doing inside the Wuling. And they see the camera and say, no, I'm probably some kind of YouTuber or TikToker. Everybody looks at me. Going back to the previous reason, this is one of the reasons you don't want to buy this car, is if you don't want attention. But anyways, this car is not a high performer, okay? It's slow as hell. Not a problem when you drive regularly inside Ho Chi Minh City, because everybody is slow, the traffic is so congested. But sometimes you need the performance, you need the speed. Sometimes you need to be able to get out of the way on the highway, or let's say when you need to merge into another lane, or maybe when you need to turn into a main road and there's car coming in from both sides, and you need that performance for the car to get it onto the road safely. This is not the right car. There's been many situations when I need to maybe make a left turn onto a main road, and I have to really calculate the car's over there, the car's over there. Can I make it? Because this car is so slow. This car is so slow, all right? Every time when you drive the Wuling, you need to consider the Wuling's performance. Otherwise, it can be a little bit dangerous, all right? And if you are like me, you want your car to be powerful, with a lot of muscle, a lot of horsepower, a lot of performance, can turn on a dime, so that you can make your car like a roller coaster for your passengers. That's what I like. This may not be the right car for you because it's such a poor performer in terms of speed and everything else, okay? It's a fine commuter, but no performance whatsoever. If you're looking for performance, not the right car. Number 4 reason why you should not consider the Wuling. The Wuling is a very small and cute car. It will seat 4 passengers comfortably, but that's pretty much it. If you need to fit more than 4 people, this is not a good car to do in, all right? And there's very little space in the back for you to carry things, to move things around. You can lower the back seat down to give you more space, but still it's not going to be very generous. So if you need to move a lot of goods, if you need to move a lot of people, the Wuling certainly will not be the right car for you. So let me give you the 5th and final reason why you should not buy the Wuling. And this one is very subjective. This is just what I think. I don't know if it's true. I feel this car would not do very well in a crash test. Meaning that if you're on the highway, first of all, you should never take the Wuling on the highway. It's so slow. But if you do and you get into an accident, your chance of survival is not going to be as good as any other car compared to, for example, the VinFast. With VinFast, I feel it's so solidly built that it can survive probably a nuclear bomb, okay? But this car, I feel it's so light, and if it does get into an accident, then I feel that the passengers inside this vehicle may suffer some injuries, or maybe even worse, death, all right? So if you want to buy this car, really consider, are you going to take it onto the highway? Probably not. And if you're only going to drive in the city at low speeds, then it's okay. But if you're going to take this car onto roads where cars are traveling at a faster speed, maybe this is not so good for safety reasons, all right? But again, that's subjective. I've never crashed this car, so I wouldn't know like how crashable and survivable. So I wouldn't know how survivable I would be in a crash in the Wuling, all right? So these are the 5 reasons why I think you should not buy the Wuling. And I think they're very good reasons. You should consider them. Take some fucking action. Look into the Wuling. I gave you 5 reasons why you should not buy this car, but I also gave you 6 reasons why you should buy this car in another video. Look for it. And don't be, as always, don't be a fucktard.